I really like the one that you just brought up, that I brought up, which was the sleeping with the pigs. That's the prodigal son story. We call it the prodigal son story, but it's not just about a son. It's about three different ways of thinking. You have two sons and you have the father. And who are we supposed to model? There's the father and his way of thinking. So, you know, in that story, there's what could call betrayal and smearing of a family name and a family member destroying themselves. And, it looks a lot like my kind of situation. Um, and in the very beginning, I think we were more like the brother, the brother that was working the fields, that was doing everything right. And it was just so mad that, he wasn't, well, the full story happens when the prodigal son comes back and repents. The brother who's been doing everything right this whole time gets really mad that they're throwing a party for this guy. I think we probably started out in that mindset, but the mindset we have to go to is the father's mindset. And the father's mindset is this: generosity. To start out, he gives the son the inheritance. He doesn't hold on to it. He doesn't try and control his son. Generosity, giving of yourself. The son runs out into the world and squanders it all and his family name. And the father doesn't run through the streets chasing him around, trying to control him or trying to save him, bring him back. The father separates and does not pursue him, lets him go. And, his actions have their own works, and he ends up sleeping with the pigs. And then he realizes at the end of himself that he's better off a servant in his father's house. Now, this is a cool part of the story when he comes back. Everyone thinks that the father just forgives him, but he doesn't. This is what happens. He sees his son running from afar off, and he comes running, and he grabs a hold of him, and he kisses him on the neck, and he holds him. And the first person to speak is the son. And the son says, "I've sinned against heaven," and I don't know the exact words, but he repents to the father. And what happens is the father then says, "Bring the ring, kill the calf, let's get this party started, because my son has returned. He was dead, and now he's not. Now he's alive, and he's back." Now, he could have returned dead, um, not repentive, give me more money, not changed his mind. Uh, but he wasn't forgiven, and the party wasn't thrown until he had soundness to him. And later on, when the brothers all pissed off, the other brothers all pissed off in the field, and one of the servants comes out, he says, "Why aren't you partying with us? Your brother has returned safe and sound." Safe and sound, we say in English, like, "Oh, safe and sound." No, it's safe and sound minded, repentant, things like that. This story, how the father thinks, is how I, you know, want to behave. I want to separate where I need to. I want to be generous and give of myself first. Separate entirely. Let I would say, just let it run its course. Like, let the sinful actions run their course. Be destructive. That's fine. When it comes to the end, run across the field, hug and kiss, wait for repentance. Don't be the kind of Christian that just, "Oh, we're not even going to talk about it. Come, we're going to have a party just because you're back." Look that person in the eye and let them speak. And when they can be alive and not dead, safe and not dangerous, sound minded and not unsound minded, you throw the party, and we're, you know better off.
All he really wants to do is throw a party.